This is Arts Alive. I'm Lynda Philippi. My guests today are Bonnie Locks, Betty Bush, and Madeline Bishop, and they are here to talk about the McMinnville Women's Choir, which is in its third year now. So welcome, ladies.
Thanks.
Thank you.
It's great to be here.
Yeah, so glad you can make it. Now, you're the fearless leader,
I
I
am.
understand. Okay.
Yes.
So how about we start with you and you tell us a little bit about it.
Well, McMinnville Women's Choir actually is a little sister choir from Jubilate, the women's choir of Corvallis. I used to live in Corvallis, so I founded Jubilate now 20 years ago. So when I moved to McMinnville 3 years ago, I thought this community needs a place for women to get together to sing and to enjoy each other in community.
Okay. So what was the first step? Just recruit your friends?
We are hosted by the McMinnville Cooperative Ministries because we fit in their ministry of music and self-expression. So we publicized it throughout the McMinnville Cooperative Ministry first and got a few people, but it was the second rehearsal when my friend Bonnie here showed up with, I think, about 8 of her friends.
Perfect.
That we really got started.
Okay. So Bonnie, how did you hear about it?
Oh, it's a real long story, but the shortest version is that I actually went to had some friends who wanted to sing and get together, and I went to a play at the Gallery Theater, and I had heard about Betty from a friend in Corvallis, and there was Betty playing Cinderella's Good Mother.
Cinderella's Good Mother.
Cinderella's Good Mother, and the little blurb on the program said that Betty Bush had just moved to McMinnville and was wanting to start a women's choir.
Okay, perfect.
I know. It was quite serendipitous, so I got all my friends, and as she said, we went to the practice, and we've been there ever since.
So Madeline, how did you get involved?
She recruited me.
You were one of the 8 friends?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, let's talk a little bit about the choir then. So what kinds of things do you do, and how do you choose your music, and want to talk about that?
Yeah, so the biggest interest of mine is that everybody gets to sing and everybody gets to be self-expressive. So I try to pick the broadest palette or the broadest repertoire that I possibly can, so that it's fun, so that it's serious, so that it's about love, that it's about spirituality, it's about social justice, so that everybody gets to sing their favorite song, at least for one of the songs.
Okay. And so is it a situation where you bring a lot of potential music in and say, ladies, what do you think? Should we try this? Should we try this? And something like that?
No, I get to just pick.
Oh, you just pick.
It's not a democracy.
Okay, so she comes in with music and said, okay, gals, this is what we're singing, and by golly, then we all sing. But you said there's no auditions.
There isn't. But because we're the little sister choir of Jubilate in Corvallis, there's a 20-year-old music library available to us because of their connection to us. So a lot of the music is kind of tried and true because Jubilate sang it, 15 years ago maybe.
So what's the experience like? I mean, have you ever sung in a choir before?
Right. Yeah, I've sung in choirs since I was in high school.
Oh, okay.
But there are people in our choir that really haven't sung in a choir before. They've just sung in the shower.
Yeah, I
And,
think 8th grade choir was probably the last time I sang in choir.
But Betty has a unique way of teaching that makes the music intuitive.
Okay.
And I don't know, it really works. Some people don't read music at all, and some of us do, and we all just enjoy singing together.
And you have a pianist.
We do.
That helps.
Yes.
To at least hear what it's supposed to sound like right before you start. Okay.
Is Jane Moore is our pianist, and she's also one of the pianists at the McMinnville Cooperative Ministries.
Okay, so you're actually doing instruction in terms of what, part singing? Is that okay? Harmony and things like that? Okay, how does that work?
I try to organize the choir into 2 sections, which is nice because, sections like soprano 1, soprano 2, alto 1, alto 2. It helps people have a smaller group that they can belong to within the bigger group, and it also helps them sing in a part of their voice that sounds the prettiest and is the most expressive for them.
And comfortable as well.
Right.
So you're not stretching for those screechy little cat notes.
Right.
Right, okay.
Right.
And so people really probably have a great time and love doing it.
Especially if they end up in the right section. Yes.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's hard to go down really low if you have a high voice.
Well, the bigger problem is it's hard to go up really high if you have a low voice.
Yeah,
And
that's
they
it.
let me hear about that if I go one note higher than is comfortable. There's lots of complaining coming from right over there.
Guilty.
Like that hurts.
Yeah.
I just saw this thing on the internet. It was about pop singers with the best range. Did you see
Oh,
this?
I saw that.
And the
yeah.
best one is Axl Rose from Guns N' Roses, right? Is that his name?
Yeah.
Axl? Whatever his
Yeah.
name is. Yeah. He is the one that has the widest range of all the singers over the last, I don't know how many years. I thought that was sort of interesting.
That is interesting.
Because you wouldn't necessarily think it. I mean, like you think of Mariah Carey, maybe, or a lot of people with a wide
Celine
range.
Dion.
Yeah, so interesting. So, Bonnie, you want to talk a little bit about your role as president?
Well, yes, and I also would like to say that I'm one of the people who had never been in a choir before.
Oh, okay.
At all. And I don't really read music. I know really basic things. And still, Betty makes you feel comfortable, and there's room for everybody
Okay.
in there. And it's just an amazing experience when we sing. It's really surprising to me how great we sound and how thrilling it is to be surrounded by that kind of sound.
Have you ever done a CD?
No.
Not yet.
This is
I
our
don't
first
know.
media experience. I
Yeah.
think.
Okay,
Yes.
well, but certainly not your last.
We're more about, and I think Betty mentioned this earlier, the rehearsals are really great, and it's about community, almost, well, I don't know if I'd say more than the concerts, but it's the community that's really important of singing with the women, and it's just really fabulous. We're not looking for fame and glory, at least not yet.
Well, I like three things that I heard before we started. One was singing, one was potluck, one was wine. I was like, this has got to be a fabulous group of women to belong with.
Yeah.
So you have a concert coming up,
Yes, we have a concert coming May 31st, Saturday.
okay? And where will that be?
Yeah. It will be at the First Baptist Church at 7 o'clock in the sanctuary there.
Okay. And what can we expect to hear?
Well, we will be singing, and there are also two other women's groups coming. One group from Corvallis that I believe has been together 10 years,
Okay.
and then another group of local women, 3 local women who have been singing together for a few years, who have beautiful voices. So it'll be a
Nice.
real mixture of music, and we move around some and surround the audience. Oh,
Nice.
yes, that's the concert coming up.
Okay, that's your concert announcement. Well, that's
I'm
nice.
glad they put that up.
Yeah, and
Now, you have a Facebook page, is that correct?
we do,
Okay, and that is just called the McMinnville Women's Choir?
yes.
So you post probably all your upcoming events and rehearsals and things like that.
Right, right.
And now, as I understand, you're kind of wrapping up for the season at this point.
Right, this concert is our final concert. We will have a final potluck, which you can join us at.
Yeah.
if you want to.
There will be wine.
Food is
And there will be
great.
wine.
I better come.
And also, I've noticed over the years that women who join women's choirs tend to be fabulous cooks as well. So it's a pretty good potluck.
Oh, nice, okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And then you'll reconvene in the fall.
Right.
That's right. And we are open to new members all the time, anyone
Okay.
who wants to come. And you asked about being the president. One of the main things I do is keep an email list and send emails out about everything that's coming up.
Just
to people.
communicate and, yeah,
Right.
okay.
Yes. Both to members and to people who are interested in just hearing about concerts or other events.
And I think one of the things that they're going to do is maybe put some contact information up at the bottom of the screen
Yes.
as people are watching. So if they're interested in more information and aren't on Facebook, whatever,
Yeah.
Right.
they
Yeah.
can go ahead and send you an email or give you a call. Perfect.
Right. Good.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are some of the favorite? Have you had a solo yet?
Oh, I did on a
Okay.
Christmas concert. Unfortunately, I forgot the words on one part and had to kind of invent the words.
Okay.
But I think I sang all right. You know, it's a little bit like karaoke. You just kind of
Wing
fake it if you have
It's
to.
all about the body language.
I know.
It's the
yeah.
attitude that really sells the karaoke performance,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah. But I love the song we sang. That was about, what was it? Like the rocks?
The Standing Stones?
The Standing Stones.
Stone Circles?
Yeah. Stone circles. related way back in mythology, I thought. I
Oh,
felt
okay.
like it.
Right.
Yeah. Like even to Stonehenge type of a feeling.
Well, you were saying that,
So-
yeah, when you do the concerts, especially like the holiday concert, that you try to like incorporate a wide variety of music and different faith traditions, right, as well as just celebrations and things like that.
Right.
Okay.
Right, that was one of the things that UB Latte, our parent choir, our big sister choir in Corvallis, started, oh gosh, I want to say 15 years ago, as we do a December concert which celebrates Hanukkah, solstice, Christmas, my birthday, which is December 29th.
That is
Yeah.
very important.
Yes. And it has become in Corvallis a really important community event. And so UB Latte actually 2 times now has come to McMinnville and it has shared that concert with us. So we sing that as a combined effort.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, UB Latte, is that a coffee shop?
It almost sounds like it, doesn't it? It's actually
latte.
spelled like jubilate, but the Latin pronunciation is UB Latte. But
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
UB Latte.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I get it.
but there's a lot of coffee that gets drunk in UB Latte as well.
Oh,
Okay, got it.
That's
UB Latte.
funny. I never
Okay,
thought of
I
that.
see now. I was kind of going the other direction, but now I get it. Okay. When you said Corvallis, all right, that makes sense. I like it. So you decided not to do anything quite so fanciful for the name and the
Oh, this coming concert?
No,
For
for
our
this
name?
for your name.
Well, that wasn't actually a decision, that's just sort of by default. Our name has not come to us yet.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Maybe we should have a contest.
I know, maybe
Yes.
so.
Name the baby. Okay. Something fun, yeah.
But the McMinnville Women's Choir describes who we are perfectly
Right,
well.
right.
That's true. Now, you said you had one man who was going to be in this upcoming choir playing.
Yes, Bonnie's husband, our partner Larry, is a hammered dulcimer player.
Oh, that's got to be
and so he's
beautiful.
going to be playing with us on One Voice is the name of the song. Recently recorded by the Waylon Jennings. So we're going to end the whole concert with all 3 ensembles singing together, and that will be our song.
Oh, that's wonderful.
It'll be
It's really
beautiful.
beautiful too.
Yeah.
And so how many songs are you working on at any given time? Like 10? 20?
5 to 10.
5 to 10, okay.
5 to 10.
Yeah, that's plenty.
And
That's a lot to hold in your
usually,
head.
And usually half of them are in some other language.
So if you forget the words, it's not that obvious.
Well, maybe not to the audience.
Exactly.
I think the director notices, though.
Yeah, she does.
Well, a couple of times we've sang songs in French, and Madeline has a background of being a French teacher, and she has a hard time with our French because we don't speak it very well.
Oh, well, I train you up though.
Yeah. So it sounds better when she's through
Oh, yes.
with a little tutoring.
Oh, yes.
Okay, well, let's go through the concert. Then again, it's going to be Saturday the 31st.
That's right. First Baptist Church, 7 o'clock. What else?
There's a dessert afterwards.
There's dessert afterwards,
Lovely.
a little reception.
No wine.
Okay, well, no, of course not. It's at church. Okay.
And we will be singing, and the local group is a trio of women, and I believe their name is Calicortis,
Okay.
so they'll be singing
It's
as well.
their debut public performance.
Oh, it
Wow.
is? Oh,
That's
Yeah.
exciting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, ladies, I really appreciate you coming in today, and it's fascinating to learn about this. I had no idea that you were out there singing and having so much fun. So, thanks very much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
It was great
thank
to be
you.
here.
It was fun.
Yeah.